Hello sensuals! This week I want to address a very brave subject, not that the other subjects which I usually address aren't brave, but this one, trust me, it is. It's on fantasies. And before we get into the juiciness of it, let me just ask you just for a second, what do you think a fantasy is? Let's put it in these words. It's any mental activity which generates desire and intensifies enthusiasm. Now you can have fantasies in many areas of your life, including your professional life. Why not? When you see yourself becoming that successful doctor or surgeon or the professional race pilot or professional athlete, winning medals and prizes and going to competitions or going to conventions or treating people, curing cancer and so on, those are also fantasies. So we have fantasies in many areas of our lives. But today we're discussing just the sexual fantasies that we have. Fantasies are a normal component of healthy sexual life for any one of us, so any adult actually. And it's either cultivated by yourself or within the couple or the threesome or well, if you're into polyamory, the whole group. In essence, it is the creative force within the individual or within the couple to overcome in any way, shape or form, reality. Now this can be either in terms of healing, so in cases of people who have lost, let's say, certain parts of their bodies, women who have lost one or both breasts, and so on, fantasies have the healing power because they bring those parts of ourselves back. If you think that in these cases it's lame, I would actually challenge that. It is the most positive and energizing thing that we can have. Fantasies can keep us going in spite of harsh realities like these ones. They can serve as sources of inspiration. Many of us have fantasies which might actually be very, very beneficial to the individual and to the relationship or to the group, again, to have them fulfilled. So you have a lot of crazy ideas which, if you ever started to apply them, and they would be okay to apply and possible, might I add, then they might bring a component to your relationship that would make it even more juicier, more exciting in a way, and much more fun. So it also counteracts boredom and routine and anything that is common and gray and, well, look at the way I'm dressed, so totally the opposite of a fantasy. In other cases, it's an indicator of the internal life of the individual. So if you were to, let's say, start seeing a therapist or a specialist in relationships, fantasies are an indicator of whatever fears or worries or internal wounds that you have. Fantasies have this power to show what exactly is paining you, and also they bring the solution. This is the most beautiful thing. So all those either elaborate scenarios or even just flashes of mental activity are actually fantasies which show you a lot of your inside thoughts, feelings and obstacles that you have, and also bring, again, the solution. Now, I don't have the time to start addressing the entire range of fantasies that we could have, and this actually would be something very individual, but I can tell you that in anyone's life we have fantasies, and they're not something to be postponed or forgotten or overlooked. To the other side is the fact that many people don't really realize that they have fantasies. So a lot of people think that it's, like I said earlier, these elaborate scenarios and people doing all these amazing things and going outdoors or whatever they're doing in their fantasies. And they would tend to overlook flashes of thoughts that we may have at all times without even paying too much attention or giving too much energy, But those flashes of thoughts also generate desire, or they amplify our enthusiasm. So the majority of us have fantasies. Now in the erotic temples, I go into depth and we start looking at our fantasies and the emotions that they have and the things that they may reveal to us and how to analyze them in, let's say, more detail. But in this case, I just wanted to get you accustomed to the idea and ask you, what are your fantasies? And how many of your fantasies do you use as sources of inspiration? If you don't, this might be the best time to do it. I need to see your weapon. Oh, you don't have a license. Is that so? On the floor, motherfucker. Let's do it now. I gotta tell you, the way you're mixing these, I have no idea what's in your head. But dude, you gotta start checking those out. Really, dig yourself and pay a little attention to whatever you're thinking and you're feeling, because you're kind of crazy out there. Before we meet each other again, I hope that you have a fantastic and amazing fantasy and real sexual life.